On Florida's Space Coast, you can do anything. Walk on water or learn to fly. Touch the stars or even another world. Lose yourself, but find each other. Just don't forget to look up. We're the only beach in the world that doubles as a launch pad. Because this, you can only do here. Start your adventure online at visitspacecoast.com.
Today on 321 Liftoff, as always, we are live on location at the world-famous Ronjon Surf Shop here at beautiful Cocoa Beach in Florida's fabulous Space Coast. And we're going to talk about the Ronjon Beach and Boards Fest, the nation's premier active lifestyle spring break destination since 2013. Make no mistake about it, if you're into food, fun, and frivolity, the Ronjon Beach and Boards Fest is definitely the place to be and be seen. Check out all the events. There'll be surfing and wakeboarding and volleyball yoga. Sign up for a 5K run and a 5K walk, a kayak fishing tournament, and something called Bangers for Bucks. What is it? We'll all find out, because it's coming right up next here on 321 Liftoff.
Three, two, one. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Welcome to 321 Liftoff. I'm Wayne Belden, the president of Belden Communications, the publisher of the Space Coast Fun Guide and SpaceCoastFunGuide.com. We'll be bringing you 321 Liftoff each week, talking about tourism on Florida's fabulous Space Coast. With me is the host of 321 Liftoff, Bonnie King, former deputy director of the Space Coast Office of Tourism, as well as the past president of the Florida Film Commission. Bonnie, are we ready to blast off on 321 Liftoff?
Hey! I love that. I love my group.
That's your Monday morning wake-up call.
You know, we continue to talk about the many events that are going on here at the Space Coast. And, of course, it seems the nonstop rocket launches that seem to take place every week. And this week we had two beautiful launches with clear skies and a fabulous turnout from visitors and residents alike that came out specifically to see this awesome site. Since we're the only beach that serves as a launch pad, let's talk about the beach today. And the Ronjon Beach and Boards Fest is coming up on March 9th through the 13th. And so it's highlighting almost every type of boarding under the sun. Our guests today are Heather Lewis, marketing director for Ronjon Surf Shop, and the sponsor of this major annual event that we have, and Mitch Varnes, the event director. 321 Liftoff is brought to you in part, of course, by the Beachside Hotel and Suites on Cocoa Beach, offering a great overnight vacation destination when you plan your trip here to our fabulous area, and by Longboards Restaurant and Tiki Bar, located at the Hilton Oceanfront in Cocoa Beach, offering a fabulous ambiance with food and drink, and by SpaceCoastFunGuide.com, where you will learn what there is to see and do in this fabulous area that we call Florida Space Coast. Absolutely. And joining us again is our own Sandman, our own little beach bum, John Belden, Vice President of Belden Communications. Hey.
Happy Friday to you there, Bonnie. I have becoming the beach bum. I'm getting a little more tan. I want to put that word out there for everybody. We are location here live here at world-famous Ronjon Surf Shop. I see some signed surfboards around me, some cool merchandise. You got to get out here and check this place out. It's famous for a reason. And we have met both Heather and Mitch before, since they are very active in our community, with special events. And the Beach and Boards Fest is an opportunity for both visitors and residents to be part of the surfing, skating, volleyball, and a 5K run. Much more going on, guys.
More, yeah.
And with us, of course, is our producer, Phil Byrd. How you doing there, Mr. Phil?
Hello, everybody. They should rename this place to Ronjon's Big Old Surf Shop, because this place is literally
the big old
gigantic.
It is, right? You can get lost.
I did, actually. I had to use the potty earlier. And
That's okay, Phil. We've heard enough.
But it's very, very cool. Tons of cool merchandise, and you can walk around forever. And, of course, with us as well, the president of Belden Communications, my father, Wayne Belden. How you doing there, Pop?
I am so fantastic. I cannot take it anymore. Because look at this beautiful place that we're in. We're at the world famous Ronjon Surf Shop in Cocoa Beach. Do you believe that?
Big old surf shop.
This is phenomenal.
This is how I like to start my weekend. It's the big old surf shop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here that are starting their weekend here. Did you notice how many people were here this morning?
I was in the elevator with a woman. She had a whole like a whole handful of stuff. And she goes, my family took pictures and told me what to get. I've been walking all over the place, but I found every one of them. I said, good job.
Cool.
And now we're going to be talking about this event. And this event is the opening for the Space Coast Premier Active Lifestyle Spring Break Vacation Destination. Vacations are calling, and here in Cocoa Beach, it's outdoors all the way. And what better location than here at the world-famous Ronjon Surf Shop. And we want to welcome back Heather and Mitch to our program at 321 Liftoff.
Yeah, they're getting to be really good friends here because we've had
Absolutely.
you guys on several times, and we will continue to do so because you both are involved in so many community activities. And really, this opens up our spring. This,
Yes.
with you guys, this opens up our spring, and the weather's fantastic.
Best time of year.
Ronjon Beach and Boards Fest, so let's hear about it. Give us a little history and tell us how you both got involved again. I'll leave it to you.
I'll take my lead from Heather here.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome
Hey.
to Ronjon's.
Good morning.
I think we just got word that you guys are coming every Friday to have us here, so we're
This
pretty
is it.
excited about that.
It's a
Big old
great
surf shop.
location.
We're going to
for
start
us.
getting the merchandise just stacked up by truck trailer here.
So let's hear about Beach and Boards and how long you've been doing it, and give us a little inside information about it so that we can have people come out and see it.
Well, Ronjon Beach and Boards Fest, Mitch Varnes is our partner in the event. Mitch has a history of surf events he's done over the years, along with all of the races and triathlons that he does. So it was the perfect partnership to put this together and be able to have a premier surfing event right here in Cocoa Beach and the Space Coast.
Right.
And we really wanted something besides surfing. We wanted to showcase all of the sports that have grown out of the surfing lifestyle. So that's why we've got skateboarding, we've got foil races, we've got
Now, wait a
paddle
minute. What's a
races.
foil race?
You'll have to come out and check that out, Bonnie.
You put 10 foil on your head and you run real fast, I think. right?
Foil race. Okay.
Yes,
All
please
right.
come out for that with tinfoil on. That would be
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. See, a lot of people, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people don't realize they think this is just surfing.
Yeah,
A lot of people
that's
don't
true.
realize that.
And surfing, is the heart of it. It's where it started. We're having 4 different surf contests. We have a boys and girls junior pro, and then a men's and women's pro event that are going to be out here. That should be a big draw. Going to be a lot of great surfers coming out to compete. But we're going to have a skate ramp out here, so you're going to see skate competition. There's a wake tank, so you get to see wakeboarding demos. Like I said, there'll be foil races, the volleyball tournament. We have a lot of elements here, so there's something for everyone.
So now professional surfers do not enter this, correct?
It is all professional, Bonnie.
Yes.
This is actually,
I'm sorry. I thought it was okay. Wow.
yeah, this is sanctioned by the World Surf League. It's
Okay.
the first event on the East Coast this year. There may be another one, hasn't been confirmed yet, further up the coast, but in Florida we're certainly the biggest on schedule this year. We have a boys and girls junior pro, as Heather said, and that's the top, basically kids 18 and under, not just from Florida or the East Coast, but California, Hawaii, Central America,
So they're
and Europe.
Yeah.
they're professionals. These
are all-
kids
Yeah.
under.
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody
Big
in our
time.
event is professional. And then we have a men's and women's pro event, too, sponsored by Roxy and Quicksilver. They're Ronjon's partner
Nice.
on this event. And so we get most of the biggest up-and-comers from Europe and Central and South America and the United States. And then a lot of people who are off the tour, too, who maybe are now in their 30s and they're not surfing. They're still great surfers, but they have families and other things going on, so they'll enter the event, too. So it's a great contest. And, in fact, some of the people that have done our event in the past are now on the world tour.
Wow.
How many, Bonnie, how many think people enter, you think? And what do they...
Well, it's full. The contest has been closed out for about 3 weeks now, I think.
Right.
And every one of the 4 events is at capacity. I think on the women's junior pro, it's about 40 competitors.
Nice.
It's around 60 for the women's pro. And on the men's side, I think we're at 128 men.
Wow.
And these are all top-tier surfers.
I
That's
know.
incredible.
Wow.
It's going to be really good.
And what are they competing for?
Prize money. I think the total prize money for both events is right around $40,000.
Phil, we need to go take up surfing, buddy.
Yeah, man.
I would love to.
Let's do it. I'll be ready next year.
You can't wear that boot, though.
No, give them extra traction on the water.
Yeah.
Well, and isn't it my understanding too that the women make the same amount of money as the men?
Yeah, we were actually the first
I
contest.
know. I heard
to,
that.
To have women with the same prize money as men. And I'm happy to say this in public, but when we first came up with the notion, the WSL kind of told me, you don't really want to do that. And we kept saying, yes, we do want to do that.
Yes, we do.
And so we did it, and guess what? every other contest in the world now has to do it.
That's the way it should be.
Wow.
That's the way it should be. Come on, this is 2022.
See,
Come on.
Space Coast
Yep.
setting the pace.
That's it.
Right.
You
We
know,
did.
Yes.
that is so good. So this has been going on since 2013.
2013, if you go back just a little bit further, we did, I had an event called the Sebastian Inlet Pro, which is still the biggest prize money event ever held in Florida. Bonnie was involved with me with that. But when the recession started hitting around 2007, 8, 9, all the sponsorship money dried up, and I went off and just focused on other things I was doing, but always kept in close contact with Heather and Debbie Harvey, who was the president at the time, and they said, if you want to do something else, let's do it. And that's how Beach and Boards Fest came into being.
Awesome.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So let's talk about. I'm sorry, you're going to say
yeah, I
something,
wanted to
Ray.
ask a question. I want to clarify something that I said in the intro that may not have been correct. And if I did, it's your fault.
Our attorneys are on the line. Go ahead.
I mentioned that there was a 5K run and a 5K walk. Was that correct?
Yes, there is. So we have
It's
a Roxy
combined.
5K, and it's a run walk. You can do
Yeah,
either.
you can either
Oh,
run
you
or
could do
walk.
either.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it's one race, but
Okay.
you can do either.
He
for
also
Okay.
said volleyball yoga. I
Yes,
wanna
you
do-
said
I wanna-
volleyball
I
yoga.
wanna- I
There
wanna
was a
try that.
comma. There was a comma there, but he said volleyball. We looked
I
at one
didn't
of the
pause long enough.
I want to see
Volleyball.
volleyball yoga.
I can just imagine.
We can
I
try.
can see it
That's
now.
something we can invent here on the Space Coast.
That's a new event, yeah.
And then there was a 4K I heard too, right? I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, we'll keep moving.
But the yoga you do. I believe it's early in the morning, correct?
Yes, so the
sun's
Saturday
coming up.
morning, the 12th. So I think check-in is 8:30, and at 9 o'clock they'll be having yoga for an hour, and then there'll be some music and entertainment for the participants there. And then before that, I don't remember what time. It was at 7 o'clock start for the 5K, and then
7:30 actually.
7:30, and then rolls into the yoga after that.
Oh my
And
goodness.
you could see. I'm a walker. I'll speed walk.
Yeah.
not the
should.
jogger type, but I'll
Low
walk.
tide, it's going to be a beautiful morning out there.
What a beautiful setting, man. I mean,
It's-
seriously.
Yeah, and everyone's just out there having fun, enjoying themselves. Like I said, runners, walkers, everyone's welcome to participate.
But
in
what's
this.
great too is it makes for great pictures when the sun is hitting the waves a certain way, and you see these people in their yoga styles doing their whatever doggy downs or whatever they're called. But anyway, they make for some really good pictures.
And the smell in the air. I mean, honestly, this right here, I never want to leave. This is where you belong, and this
It's
is why
the salt in
this
the
is
air.
that's it.
It's the beach.
and it's something. It's just like, oh my gosh, we should really have these every weekend, right? It's just Mitch probably would be in an institute at this point.
So now, your judges? Who are the judges, and where do you get them?
Well, part of the deal with doing a World Surf League, and they're the governing body of pro surfing in the world, is that you have to pay a sanction fee, which we have, and then you pay for the judges, and you pay the prize money, of course, comes out of the sponsorship fees. So they provide all the judges. In fact, I think we have 8 coming this year. 6 are coming from either California or up the East Coast, and 2 are going to be Florida judges. So we pay them, but they travel just for this event.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah.
Now, is this broadcast at all? Is it recorded and shown like on one of the TV stations or anything?
You know, a lot of the contests are webcast or streamed, whatever we call it nowadays. But we've kind of taken a tact of not doing that, just because it's very costly. Number one, to do that.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
to get a professional production, and we're not going to do anything short of a professional production.
Sounds
Well,
like
we
you need
could
to
cut you a heck of a deal
I was
on
gonna
a
say, sounds like you need to
podcast.
contact us to come do a podcast.
Yeah,
Well, we want
We're
everyone,
very reasonable.
we want everyone to come out to Cocoa Beach and
And-
enjoy
Oh,
it in person.
absolutely.
And that's the other reason we want people at the event site.
Right. I don't blame you at all. Now, also, there's an autograph session that's going on too. Let's talk about that.
We have a couple of them in the works. So Friday the 11th, through Roxy, we're going to have Lisa Anderson and Izzy Gomez. Lisa Anderson, a former world champion surfer.
Yes.
Izzy Gomez is a big wave surfer. They're going to be coming out. That's scheduled for roughly 2:30 that day, but may depend on when, because they're both surfing in the event too. So that may change based on heats. But we also have Guy Harvey coming out on
Guy
Saturday.
Harvey.
He's going to be here from 3 to 5. I think we're going to see a lot of people coming
I
out.
want to
for
get
that.
his. I
That's-
have all kinds of his shirts for that. Yeah, I'd like to get an autograph.
I think your sales are going to increase on your Guy Harvey shirts. That's for sure.
That I'm sure that would be a good thing.
You know, yeah.
So I'm going to ask a real dumb question, but the way you were talking about the surf, there's different level of surfers. There's different categories of surfers. I'm guessing.
Well, in the John, in the pro division, you have the junior pros, which again is 18 and under,
Right.
boys and girls, and then 18 and over are considered to be pros. So there's just really 4 different contests going on in 2 divisions: junior pro and pro.
Maybe I just heard wrong, but I heard you emphasize one was a wave surfer And then they're all wave surfers, right? Or
They're all surfing waves.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But we do have wakeboarding. That may have been what you heard.
That's
earlier.
what. That's what okay.
We build a Billabong is our partner on this. We build a swimming pool in the parking lot of Shepherd Park that is 240 feet long,
Nice.
and 40 feet wide, and they put ramps and rails in this thing, and it's crazy. Guys
Yeah.
are doing like 15-foot aerials in the middle of the parking lot at
Nice.
Shepherd Park.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's insane.
Now I haven't seen that. Now that's something else. And how do you build this swimming pool?
Well, the people that they hire to do it, that's what they do. They go to trade shows all over. It's not always used for wakeboarding. They use it for sometimes for stand-up paddleboard demonstrations. He's taken it to, like it was at the Miami Boat Show last weekend. They used it for, Sea-Doo actually used it to just kind of circle around in the little tank and show people how they operate. So again, it's 240 feet long and 40 feet wide, so they could do a PWC in there.
It's time, once again, for Space Coast Trivia, where we get to test the knowledge of everyone on today's podcast about the random facts that we should know and where the only prize is bragging rights. The Space Coast Trivia is brought to you by Longboard's Tiki Beach Grill, located in beautiful Cocoa Beach, next to the Cocoa Beach Hilton. Learn more at longboardstiki.com. John?
Go to Longboard's Tiki Beach Grill and enjoy a casual, laid-back atmosphere under their covered tiki bar with direct ocean access on their pool deck. It's a beautiful scenery. Enjoy refreshing frozen drinks, enticing lunch specials, and a diverse menu of appetizers and entrees. Guys, they're open till midnight, weather permitting, of course. Kid menus are available, so bring out the kiddos. And don't forget to join them for seasonal live entertainment on the weekends. This Friday from 6 to 9, you have Island Breeze, which they do reggae music. Everybody loves the reggae here on the Space Coast.
I'm just an island boy.
Mr. Island Boy. We'll practice later. Saturday from 6 to 9, Jonathan Honeycutt. Again, he's the drummer from Hot Pink, so you want to go definitely check him out. And on Sunday, we got more reggae from Dub Masters from 1 to 4. All this and more at Longboard's Tiki Beach Grill in Cocoa Beach. Phil, what do you got for us today there, buddy?
Are you guys ready for this game?
Yes, we're ready.
This game
We're very
involves surfing and skating.
No way.
Surfing and skating.
Yeah,
Okay.
surfing and skating. So let me put the scoreboard on the screen there. Okay, so the teams I have Team Beach and Board / Ronjon versus Team 321, all right?
Okay.
These are multiple choice
Get real.
questions. So you guys need to pick the same answer if you're on the same team, okay? So
Okay.
you don't need to blurt out the answer or anything like that. You'll get your turn, okay? All right, are you guys ready for question number 1?
Ready.
All right, this involves the X Games, okay?
Oh gosh.
When did the X Games start? Was it 1992, 1995, or the year 2000? Team 321.
I'm going to say 2000.
I agree with
I
that.
say
I think
95.
2000.
Okay, we'll go with it on the record.
You know why I'm saying 2000? Because of the X Games, because of the name X Games.
Generation.
2000 opened a new.
Okay, it's good
Yeah.
logic.
That's what I'm going to say.
All
What are you guys
right.
going to say?
We're going to go with 1995.
Okay.
Okay.
The answer to that is 1995.
Guys, I'm going to sit over there for the record.
I only know that because I was at the X Games in Puerto Escondido, Mexico, around 2000 and 2001, and I knew it had been existing before then.
But
well,
you know,
of course you were. You're everywhere.
Bonnie, I got to hand it to you, though. That was
I know.
you know the game Clue? You'd be very good at Clue, I think.
Right.
I did like that game.
Colonel Mustard. No. All right, question number 2. Surfing and skating was introduced in what year Olympics? Was it 2008, 2016, or 2020/2021?
I think it was 2021. I think it was 2021. It was brand new.
Fine.
Okay.
All right,
She
we'll
seems
go with
confident.
Bonnie.
We tried so long to get it to be a limit. I say 2021.
All right.
Do you guys?
What
What do you guys
think?
say?
We agree. We agree.
That's the correct answer.
You guys are both correct.
Yeah.
Okay, Bonnie.
All right.
Okay, I'm
speaking
gonna
of-
jump in real quick here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This year at Beach and Boards Fest, we're having a skateboard half pipe, as Heather said, and skateboarding was in the Olympics this year. They had girls doing the half pipe, competing in it, and we're actually having a girls' competition division in our half pipe this year, giving out $2,000 in prize money.
Get out.
So there you go.
Man,
That's
Wow,
great.
great.
come get that money, y'all.
Scary, but great.
All right. Speaking of the Olympics, where will the next Olympics be held? The Summer Olympics. Will it be held in Paris, London, or Monaco?
Wow. Boy, I
That's a
wasn't
tough
paying
one.
attention.
Hold on.
Yeah, me neither.
Hard.
Say it again. London, Paris, or Monaco?
Yes.
I'm gonna Monaco.
I'm gonna say
go
Monaco.
Monaco.
Do you want the correct answer?
Yeah.
London.
Paris.
It is Paris.
It's Paris. There you go.
All right,
That
so
does
there-
it.
there
We're
are
not having
three to
him on
one.
anymore.
That's right.
By the way, they're going to do surfing in Tahiti because France is
Did
associated
you give
with
him the
Tahiti.
answers?
Because of what?
Because,
Because of-
Tahiti is a French territory, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So the
got it.
surfing will be in Tahiti.
Mitch, the almanac over
Wow,
here.
yeah. He knows everything.
Yeah.
This
Good
is,
man,
this
Mitch.
is a surfing question about the legend Kelly Slater. How old is he? Is he 45, 50, or 52?
52.
52.
52.
50.
50.
He is 50. Oh, my God.
All right, well,
All right, it's 4-1. I have
All
one
right,
more
very
question. I should give you guys. This is going. Let's just say this is worth 4 points. All right, this question revolves around skating legend Tony Hawk. All right, what move made Tony Hawk famous? Is it the 720, the 900, or the 1080?
I don't know the answer to that.
I know, but I want to see what Mitch says first.
I'm going with the 720.
900.
You guys agree with John?
I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
go
go
with
with
because
John.
I have
That's
no clue.
our only chance to
I
win is
know.
be different from them.
I know.
Well,
It's
should I
just-
classify this as a comeback? Because that is correct. It's
Oh,
900.
right.
Wow, good.
I get to ride home in the car today, Pop,
Yes,
huh?
finally, you finally did something right.
Hey, and Tony Hawk's been here, hasn't he been here?
Tony Hawk? Yeah.
He's
yeah,
been on the Space Coast doing something.
Yeah,
He
I've seen
flies
it.
around all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tony and I
That
go
was
way
cool.
back.
What a comeback.
You like
Okay,
that?
so who won? Did we
We won.
tie?
We won. We get to
we
brag.
did.
That's
Oh,
right.
great.
Bragging
You guys did
rights.
not
We have the
win.
bragging rights.
We did
okay.
win. Well,
thank
we
you
rigged
very
the we
much.
rigged the game. We made it extra points.
Do you get double points?
Give us a little something, Mitch.
Okay.
He feels sorry for us and gets to do that for us.
Great.
And now back to the show.
Let's go back to talking about some of the events that are going on. There's also kayaking, right? You have some kayaking going on. Talk about that because we've got great locations for kayaking, and it's interesting that it's part of the beach and boards.
Well, you're partially correct. We have kayak fishing tournament is what's going on.
Cool.
It's together.
It's kayak SUP fishing tournament. You're not allowed to use motors in your boat.
Nice.
So you have to be self-propelled, whether, again, we're a paddle boarding event. So
Right,
you're either on a stand-up
right.
paddleboard fishing or a kayak fishing. And this will be our 5th year of doing this. And we sold it out about a month ago, I think, or 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And in our 3rd year, we were already the largest kayak fishing tournament in the state of Florida.
I'm amazed that I know that these boards are made that you don't fall, but the balance you have to
You can
have to be
fall.
on it, and well, I know, but it's not like it's that
Right.
sensitive. But the fact that you could be standing up and fishing,
Fishing.
Yeah,
wow,
definitely adds a skill level. You
it
have to be.
does.
How
Now,
do you do
you
that?
do this in the ocean?
We're actually doing it in the Banana River over by the
Oh,
Aquatic
okay.
Center in the pool. But our fishing director, a guy named Sean Strelo, this is how I met him many years ago, but he goes out in a boat like 30 miles out and he'll jump off with his stand-up paddleboard and catch tuna on a sup.
Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Wow,
That's-
that-
How do
I've
you
seen
on
the
a
video.
stand-up paddleboard getting tuna?
I can envision some guy hooking onto a whale and him and his kayak being pulled way out in the middle of
yeah, exactly.
It's crazy stuff. Yeah.
He's going
So,
for a ride.
whereabouts on the Banana River do you do it?
Well, there's if you know where our Cocoa Beach Triathlon site is, the Ronjon Cocoa Beach Triathlon, that's where they launch their kayaks. Like, you know where the kayaks leave from regularly on the tours?
Yes, yeah. Are
That's
you
where we launch from.
okay?
Right there behind the Aquatic Center by the pavilion in Cocoa Beach off Minuteman.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So they all launch from there. We start launching at about 5:30 in the morning. We capped it at 140 anglers this year. Again, sold out.
Wow.
They push out. They all have to be in by noon. And then we have, all told, between cash and prizes, it's over $12,000 for these anglers.
Okay, so I have a question. So if you're on a paddleboard and you're out there fishing and you start really catching fish, where are you going to store the fish to bring in? Because, a paddleboard's not that big.
No, that's a great question, Bonnie. We're all catch and release. So what we do is the anglers that morning, we give them a ruler with all of our sponsors on it, and it's a sticker. They put it on their kayak or they put it on their paddleboard. So they bring the fish in, they lay it down there, they take a quick photo with their iPhone, right? We know how long the fish is, and
Gotcha.
then they release the fish. And then when they all come in at noon, we look at all the photos, and that's how they come up with the winner.
Yeti should sponsor this thing.
They are.
There you go. That was a brilliant move.
Really? Okay, so the other question I had when I was looking at this, you have so many things going on. I mean, this is jam-packed. The Bangers for Bucks.
Yeah, I want to know about that.
Yeah, I
And
want to know about
I don't
that.
want you to say, now, Bonnie, you have to come out to see it. I just want to know what it is.
Yeah.
Just like the foil. I'm going back to the foil.
I
too,
feel
'cause
like
I
I've
want to know
done
what
this
that is.
before, but let's clarify.
Yeah, but what is Bangers for Bucks?
Well, given my answer about
This
Tony,
is a family show.
yeah,
so.
given my answer about Tony Hawk, I'm not a skateboard expert, but apparently John is. The Bangers for Bucks, I guess that's a common name in the skateboard world. And what we do is they have Ruka is sponsoring this in tobacco-free Florida, and Ronjon's actually on the girls' side. We do tricks. We come up with about $5,000 cash, and 5, 10s, and 20s.
Nice.
And our skateboard director, based on their tricks and what they pull off and do, you can win $5 for this, 20 for this, 10 for this, and it's just all cash prizes, and they call it Bangers for Bucks. That's the name of it. So,
Man.
Ruka, the apparel company, is sponsoring the men's side, and Ronjon is sponsoring the girls' side of the skateboard half pipe. So they're both called Bangers for Bucks.
Awesome.
And when you say half pipe, explain what you mean by half pipe.
A move.
Well, half pipe is like that's what they have in the Olympics. That's what you've seen Shaun White skateboarding on. It's what you see
It's
Tony
a
Hawk
big
on.
U. a
It's
big
the
U.
actual skate ramp
Yeah.
that they're going to be on.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
shaped like a
it's
big,
like-
yeah.
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 I mean, there's
U.
other people out there that probably don't know either, so I'm
Right.
asking questions that
Right.
maybe somebody
No,
doesn't
that's all
know. Yeah, it's all good.
Heather,
It's
can you
all good.
skateboard? You look like you can skate. Do an ollie or
I
two.
have tried.
Yeah.
It's a skill that I have not fully acquired.
Do you
but
have a favorite event on the beach and boards?
There's so many good ones. Of
I
course,
know.
my heart is always with surfing because that's being here at Ronjon's. That's kind of where everything started. But I just love the skating's fun. I'm a runner too, so seeing people out there doing the 5K and doing yoga. But there's a lot of events that
When
I
you
enjoy.
do the 5K, where is it going to be? Is it on the beach?
It's on the beach.
Okay,
yes.
it is on the beach. Okay, and then all the way on the beach and then coming back, or do you also come up by the highway side?
It's an out and back, and we only do this when low tide coincides with a weekend with us, and this year it did. So I think this would be the third time we've done it, probably.
Oh, good.
And so what they do is they start at Shepherd Park and they run north underneath the pier. The turnaround is maybe 100 yards north of the pier, and they come back to Shepherd Park. It's an out
That's
and back.
great. It's interesting, and it's a great way to point out our beaches because our beaches are beautiful for running and they're beautiful for things of this nature because there's many beaches, and I will say this, there's many beaches that slope downward, and you can't, you
No
can't.
traction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can't walk that. Not very good for the hips, let me tell you. But going like this, and it's very difficult to run. Our beaches that are here on Cocoa Beach, very smooth and straight or whatever, look fabulous. So it's a great idea to have it on the beach.
Yeah, like Melbourne and Satellite Beach particularly slope like that, and they get really nice once you get north of Patrick.
Yeah. So that would be good.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm probably the only person in the world that doesn't know this, but I just found out Lindbergh made it. What is, in terms of miles? What is the 5K?
That's 3.1 miles.
3.1. Wow. Okay.
I can do that one. Do that one.
We our director of digital marketing, she's a runner. I think she's just like a 20K. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
what?
Tabitha.
Yeah. I know. I just I don't even like driving that far.
I
don't
can't even imagine doing that. Well, look at the ones that do. What is it when they do the swimming and
The
then they do the?
yeah.
Was it triathlon?
That's
Triathlon.
triathlon.
Well,
yeah.
you're doing that, right?
We are. This coming April 10th, we have our 13th annual Ronjon Cocoa Beach Triathlon,
You are busy.
which
Yeah.
is the event kind of almost runs itself now. It's just become so successful. We're the premier sprint triathlon in all of Central Florida now, and
That's great.
And the cool thing about it is we get so many people coming down from up north. This race every year, probably 20% of the people from out of state, because if you're up north in Massachusetts or Chicago, it's still pretty darn cold, and they
Yeah.
can come down here and do an early season triathlon. And the other neat thing is every year we average about 120 first timers. We do a first timer division.
Great.
It's a very friendly course. It's a 1/4-mile swim, which is a relatively short swim in the Banana River. It's protected. And then we have a 12-mile bike. We shut down one lane of A1A and cone it and barricade it. And then it's a 5K run on the Cocoa Beach Golf Course. We actually rent out the whole course for the morning.
Nice. Right on the golf course. That's fun.
It's nice, beautiful.
Yeah, man. We have so many amenities here.
I mean, look at how much you're involved in between now and Easter, because also I know that, Mitch, you may not be involved in it, but on Easter Sunday, which is April 17th this year, we do have the dog surfing And Ronjon's is going to be a major sponsor of that.
How do dogs? What?
I know. I feel like I'm slipping over here. I can't surf and a dog can.
And the dogs surf. Yeah, and they have championship. They have beginner surfing dogs, and then they have professional dog surfers.
Tell
that
them your favorite
compete.
part of it that you always talk about, where the dog with the paw on the water. Don't they like kind of hang in there?
Oh, there is a dog that hangs 10. Yes, that walks up to the edge and does that. They're all, but this year I heard that they're also having a bikini contest. With the dogs.
for the
right.
dogs?
Okay, stop right
Yeah.
there. Okay, we need to come back and talk about this.
Okay.
3 Things You Need to Know is brought to you by Beachside Hotel and Suites, where you are always only steps away from the sand and only minutes from Port Canaveral. Check them out at beachsidehotelcocobeach.com. John, why don't you tell our listeners about the types of amenities they can enjoy when they stay at the Beachside Hotel and Suites?
Well, when making your reservations, make sure you enjoy special packages such as Snooze and Cruise, Fly Snooze and Cruise, and military discounts. Once you arrive, enjoy a $6 million renovated property complete with a heated lazy river so you can relax and enjoy your vacation. Duck Dive Bar and Grill, where you can enjoy coastal cocktails and delicious beach bites. And on Friday nights, they have game night. This is my favorite. From 6:30 to 9:30, they got lip sync karaoke, trivia, and bingo. Saturdays, they got mermaids meet and greet from 1:30 to 2:30, so go out and check the mermaid there at the Lazy River.
That's me.
That's right. Phil is the mermaid. And before you go, make sure you check out their gift shop where you can purchase Cocoa Beach souvenirs. Make your reservations now at beachsidehotelcocobeach.com. And during your stay, you just might see a rocket launch, guys, because the Space Coast is the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Only here can you enjoy a relaxing beach day and watch a rocket launch. There is no substitute to experiencing the sights and sounds in person, so make your reservations today. So now it's time to find out 3 things that we need to know about today's guests, Heather Lewis and Mitch Varnes. So, folks, lay it on us. What you got?
They're going to run out of things to say since we have them on so often. They may decide, what? But you know what? You guys do so much stuff. There has to be something new happening in your life, Heather.
In my life,
yourself.
I've always been a runner, but I'm really trying to, like we talked about 5Ks, so I'm focusing on that this year. I'm trying to do several 5Ks each month, get out there, just keep active, keep busy. And
are you doing any volleyball yoga?
Volleyball yoga. I'm writing that down now.
I'm never going to
and
live this down.
trademarking
You
it.
are not.
It's a new thing we can invent here at Ronjon Surf Shop.
I've already put the patent in on it, since we started. So.
Anything else?
Really, I've been here at Ronjon's for 28 years. Keeps me very busy. A lot of things going on here. As you mentioned, with the events and activities going on. And then hopefully getting some beach time here soon. So the weather's been fabulous. So I'd love to get out there and just kind of hang out.
Yes.
Take my dog surfing, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, and they also have where they teach the dogs to surf, so you could do that with
Might
your
have to
dog.
see. Yeah, Dottie may have to get out there.
There
and
you
learn how
go,
to surf.
Dottie.
Is that your
What a
dog's name,
cute
Dottie?
name.
Yes.
What kind of dog is it?
She is a boxador, a boxer lab mix.
Oh, wow. Those are
Interesting.
great
I've
dogs.
never seen that before or heard
Boxador.
that. A boxador.
Does he have the boxer face or the lab face?
She's got a boxer body and a little bit of a labby face.
I have a labby face.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
I know. It's just kind of hair. Like,
Yeah,
what can you do, right? What about you there, Mitch? What's going on with you? Anything?
Just plugging along. This is our busy time of year, obviously, and here in Florida, you can basically do events from October to May because of the heat, and there's usually kind of a flat ocean in the summer, so not much surfing going on. So just plugging away on that, right in the middle of it all. I was born here. I was born at Patrick, so my birth certificate actually says Cocoa Beach on it.
Wait, you
Nice.
were born at
Wow.
Patrick Air Force Base?
Yes.
Really?
Wow. Oh.
They used to have a hospital there.
Which is now Space Force.
It's now the
Base.
Patrick Space Force Base.
Neat.
I'm a 6th-generation Floridian, and my family, yesterday was 177th birthday of Florida.
Yes.
Really?
I-
What?
Yes.
And
I
our
didn't know
family
that.
was actually here before Florida was a state, so we've been around a long time.
You're 178?
God, you look good for your age.
You're
Holding
doing
up.
great.
Yeah.
It's the surfing.
and Heather and I are both UCF grads.
Go.
Yes.
Go
Go
Knights. Go
There
Knights.
you
Fantastic.
I
go.
love it.
Charge on.
Go Knights.
That's it.
Well, that was
I'm born and raised
interesting,
here
yeah.
in Florida. Did you guys know that? I'm a rare breed.
Nice.
You are a rare breed.
I'm a very rare breed. You guys only knew.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. And you've done a lot of traveling. I mean, every time I see you on Facebook, you and your family are somewhere. So where's a recent place that you've been?
It's a big part of our life. We're all
Yeah.
about experiences, and that's how we've kind of raised our kids, is going out and doing as much as we can. Where have I been recently?
Because I was going to say, I think that, didn't your daughter just start college?
Yeah, she's a sophomore. She's in D.C. right now. She goes to Northwestern in Chicago, but she's in D.C. on an internship up there. So I was probably in D.C. That might have been my most recent trip. But the 2 days after Beach and Boards Fest this year,
Where are you going?
I'm taking my son fishing in Guatemala.
Wow.
We're gonna go. That's I've learned is the billfish capital of the world. So we're gonna go sail fishing and marlin fishing.
Maybe you can get Guy Harvey to go with you.
Well, it's funny. I learned that Guy is actually going to be at the same place we're staying 2 weeks after we're there.
Oh,
Seriously.
wow.
Yeah, his foundation is doing like as a big fundraiser. Come fish with Guy Harvey, and they have a price point on it, and all the money goes back to his foundation. So it was just coincidental.
Interesting.
So I want to do a mulligan for a trivia here, right? I know
mulligan?
Yeah. So I want to do a mulligan here.
There's no reversing. We won.
Well, hold on. You guys did win, but when I was doing my research yesterday and the day before, I have other questions, right? And so I asked Google, special Google, when did surfing was first observed or originated, right? And you did bring up Tahiti, right? That was the location where it was first observed. But can you guess when? Give me an era or century.
The 30s.
When they filmed Mutiny of the Bounty.
It was in the mid 1700s.
Yeah, it's
when it was
400 years
wow.
ago, probably.
first observed in Tahiti.
Are you serious?
1760s was when surfing was first observed.
Phil,
And I win.
Phil, there's a little argument on that. Some people think it started in Peru,
Yeah.
and some people say Tahiti, because it actually started on reed boats that they think people took from Peru to Tahiti across the ocean. So there's an argument there.
Can't we all just get along? I mean, seriously. The beautiful thing is we have surfing now, guys. Focus on
Gotta
that.
fight over everything.
In addition to all the other activities that are going on, one of the other things that you are involved in is sustainability. And it seems to be in a lot of the things that you guys do with the community. So let's talk about the sea oak planting that you all are planning to do. And give us a little insight into that.
So each year, Volcom sponsors a sea oak planting. It'll be on the Saturday the 12th at noon, and you're welcome to come out and participate in it. I think we have 100 sea oats that will plant right out here in Shepherd Park to help replenish the dune lines in the area. So we've been doing that for several years now, and hopefully making an impact there. And hopefully people are learning more about the importance of our dunes and the sea oats and the protection that they provide.
All right, I don't know what a sea oat is. It sounds like breakfast.
No, it's not breakfast. No, it's very cool. You've seen them before when you go out on the beach, and it's like the shrubbery type thing. Right?
It's basically like a grass that's planted out there.
And it actually serves a purpose, very important purpose.
And you can get in
Interesting.
serious trouble if you try and pull one out of the ground, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't eat them, okay?
So it's not breakfast.
It's not breakfast.
No.
For manatees, it might be,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah, the sea oats.
The sea oats, but also people that live on the river and in the canals or everything are also working very closely, I believe, with our Brevard Zoo, who's very much into sustainability, but they work with them to plant sea oats right there behind their house. Right there in the river, so that's pretty cool.
I think they're doing a lot of things in the area. We're going to have Keep Brevard Beautiful out here with us to be cleaning up the beach during the event. The park area. We've asked our food truck vendors to use more recyclable materials. So when we leave, we want to make sure that we're keeping the beaches nice and maybe even leaving it better than it was before the event.
That's important.
And what about those food trucks? I mean, everybody loves eating. So how many food
Can
trucks
you
got
smell it
coming
right now,
out?
Phil? Because I can. As soon as you say food truck, I can
He
smell
knows.
the food.
Yep.
We're still trying to finalize all that, but we're going to have several out here. So you'll definitely, if you're hungry while you're here, you're going to be able to.
I know,
hungry
I
now.
mean,
So yeah.
but really, on all these events, have you noticed? I mean, the food trucks that's big business.
Boy,
It's
that's
becoming-
I'm telling you, all of a sudden
globally.
it's become the rage.
I know, and I was just in Rockledge. In there, they had a big event there, and food trucks come in on a certain night, and all the families come out and have dinner, and they have their choice of where they want to go in the
Because it's like a
pretty
buffet
cool.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you
it
have
is.
everything right.
smorgasbord.
Nowadays people want stuff when they want it, how they want it, and I think a food truck is just another way to do that. So yeah, it's
Yeah, it's great when you're working Beach and Boards Fest. You don't have to pack your lunch. You just decide what you want
Decide
that day
what you
by
want to
food
eat.
truck.
That's right.
You definitely
I
got
want to
that
get
right.
a lobster roll, a taquito, and a hamburger.
The other, your sponsors. I just want to go back. You've got major sponsors. You get the name. We see them on T-shirts. We see them on brands that they have. Boy, how do you make that connection? Do they find you? You find them? How does that work?
Well, this event is unique to any other, I think, that I've ever seen in the surfing world, certainly. And again, it's because of Ronjon's. You know, Ronjon's works with all these brands. They're in the store right now for sale.
True, yeah.
Billabong, Quicksilver, Roxy, Volcom, Hurley, Dakine. They're all here. And so it's just, you know, logical that they would want to partner with one of their leading accounts, right?
Right.
So they all come
Yeah.
in and partner with us on the event. And, you know, the neat thing about this, again, is I've never seen an event where you have so many different competing sponsors. They all sell the same stuff with just different labels on it or different designs. So usually in the surfing world, you'll see like the Hurley Pro or the Quicksilver Pro. Well, this is the Ronjon event, but everybody's there and they're all activating. And
I'm sure
and
they
they're-
love that actually because they all
Yeah.
get exposure.
Yeah, and they're all playing together for the benefit of the community and their world, actually.
That's important.
Well, I just think having those names attached or whatever just even adds more credibility to what it's about. And you guys do a great job putting it together. What's the website that they can go to so they can see all of these major events listed?
You can go to beachandboardsfest.com to
That's
find out all the
easy.
information. You can also get there from ronjonsurfshop.com.
That's great. Okay. And
I
then
got a question.
Yes.
All right. So about the surfing, how young is young? Like, what's the youngest you've seen like a surfer? Like 3, 4? How
I mean,
because I mean, if
there's-
dogs can do it, I mean, you gotta actually like a little kid, right?
I'm sure with adult supervision, right? Like,
But what's the youngest?
I mean, do you
you've
have your age right now? Do you have any 4-year-olds surfing?
Well, to answer Phil's question, not that it has anything to do with his natural talent, but Kelly Slater started at about age 5.
seen? Months,
Okay.
5 months.
So there's 5 weeks.
He,
So
he
there's
could
the
have
bar.
started at 15 with his talent.
Yeah.
But for the on the pro event, you just answer your question. You see a lot of kids, 6, 8, 10 years old surfing. Certainly,
Wow.
Right.
you got to be able to swim. That's logical, right?
Right,
And
yes.
be safe in the water. But
I'm out.
in our pro events here, the minimum age typically I think is 13, but we have given waivers to 2 different kids in this event. One is a 12-year-old boy, and one is an 11-year-old girl.
Wow.
That will be competing in the junior pro.
So I just thought, okay, somebody like Kelly Slater with the talent that he has, right, which is remarkable and second to none. Who does he, when he was growing up, who was he going after? Who was he looking at?
I think he'd have been looking at people like Charlie Kuhn, Matt Keckley, who are now, well, they're my age, but they were competing. Charlie was Todd Holland. Charlie was in the top 10 in the world. Todd was number 8 in the world at one time. So he was probably looking up to those guys. And then
Nice.
other people like Barton Lynch from Australia, Tom Carroll from Australia, but they were kind of before Kelly. But, you know, real quick, while we're on the subject of Kelly, and Heather mentioned Lisa Anderson,
Yes.
who is a 4-time world champion. And she's coming to the event. I don't know what Lisa's age is right now. I'm guessing about 51 or 2. But I think, you know, Kelly, his talent level right now probably motivated her to come back and do this event. And she's sponsored by Roxy. But
Awesome.
yesterday, I think it was yesterday, was International Women's Day within the past couple of days.
Yeah.
They're surfing a world tour event in Portugal right now. And all of the male athletes wore jerseys with the name of their most inspirational female surfer on their back.
Cool.
And Kelly Slater had Anderson on his back.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, last mulligan
yeah.
here. Last mulligan. All right.
Okay.
Well, I was doing some more research on Kelly. All right. True or false? Just blur it out. Does he hold the record for youngest champion and oldest champion? True or false?
I'd
I'd say
probably say
true.
true.
I'd say true,
It is
yeah.
true. He holds both
Yeah.
records.
He's
And
incredible.
wasn't it great this past when he won again in Hawaii, was it,
Yeah.
that he won? And here he is, 50 years old. And
Age is not but a number.
yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that.
It's really good. So we're just saying, if you're around the area and you're here, you need to come to Beach and Boards, which is happening March 9th through the 13th.
And now, your favorite part of our podcast, Space Coast Fun Guide's Deal of the Week, where we always give you the most fun coupons in the Space Coast. Space Coast Fun Guide Deal of the Week is brought to you by Space Coast Fun Guide and SpaceCoastFunGuide.com, where you'll learn what there is to do, where to see it, and all of that kind of happy stuff. John, what's our exciting deal of the week
Good
today?
recovery. John, that's me.
John,
This
yeah.
week's deal of the week.
Hello, John.
I refer to myself in first person. This week's deal of the week is Oceanside Distillery, located here in Cape Canaveral. That's the only distillery on the Space Coast. If you haven't been there, you definitely want to check them out. Learn more at oceansidedistillery.com. Experience premium craft spirits that are uniquely Florida. Sign up for the distillery tour and visit their bottle and souvenir shop. Today's coupon coupon saves you $2 off per tour admission for the distillery tour. So before you arrive at the Space Coast, make sure to log on to spacecoastfunguide.com and print your coupon to Oceanside Distillery right off our website. Or, once you arrive in the Space Coast, pick up the Space Coast Fun Guide at almost every major accommodation or attraction and redeem your coupon right from our printed visitor guide. And remember, when we're looking for fun in the Space Coast, make sure to refer to the Space Coast Fun Guide for what to do and where to do it.
And the SpaceCoastFunGuide.com does have the list of all the events that are going on in the area. Thanks to the Brevard Cultural Alliance, we work with them to get the list of events that are going on. And you can go to visit SpaceCoast.com as well and see what the events are. So we all work together so that wherever you are, you're going to find out what's going on. Because when you plan your vacation, we know that many of you plan your vacation to come here when a certain special event is going on. And this weekend, we do have the Grant Seafood Festival is going on. Very famous Grant Seafood Festival. If you like seafood, it's a place to be. March 5th and 6th. And also the India Fest. We had them on last week.
Great people.
And that's going on this weekend at Wickham Park as well. And the Wizard of Oz Museum, where we were not too long ago, is now open and doing very well. So if you have the chance to come here and you're a big Wizard of Oz fan, it's a great place to go see. And also, if you like theater, The Wedding Singer, it's a musical comedy, and it's coming to the Henniger Center March 11th through March 27th. So
Jeez,
I love theater. That's where I'll be.
You just named like 7 things in like 2 weeks.
Well, there's a lot of, obviously there's a lot of things going on. So again, we want to thank you both for all the work that you do in the community and for everything that you have going on. You guys are a great community asset, and we're so glad that you're able to come here and join us and to tell us all the wonderful things that you guys are involved in. You're a very good friend to us here at 321 Liftoff, so we do appreciate that. And now next week, we're going to be on location at the Henniger Center, where they're preparing to open up the Wedding Singer, which I just mentioned, on March 11th. And we're going to meet with their executive artistic director, Dominic Del Brocco. He will discuss any upcoming activities at the Henniger Center and his entertainment background in production, performing, and his creative and leadership roles that he has done. So that'll be fun. So again, we appreciate everything. We look forward to dealing with you guys next week. And thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
That's a wrap.
Thank you.